Thank you. Good morning. Please down. Excellencies of the Diplomatic Corps, Secretary Sonny Coloma, Ricky Carandang, Cesar Purisima, Monpaje, Greg Domingo, and of course Butchabad. Mr. Keiichi Tanaka, President of Foreign Correspondents Association of the Philippines, Mayor Alfredo Lim, officials and members of the FOCAP, fellow workers of government, honored guests, good morning. Just can't help but feel that Marichu will be the one asking the questions on love life. She laughed the hardest. Anyway, when I last had the opportunity to address you, I began by pointing out that the 5 years prior, when a president chose not to attend your annual forum. Now I speak before you for the second year in a row. We have indeed revived the tradition, and I am honored by this chance to engage the respected members of FOCAP so that together we may elevate the level of public discourse in and about the Philippines. Around the world, the confidence of peoples in their governments has plunged. The ability of societies to reach consensus has been seriously compromised. The economies of the West have stagnated or entered into decline, applying pressure on the East. At a time of storm and stress, the Philippines stands out, dynamic, reinvigorated, and optimistic. There is confidence born of success, and here you can take your pick as to how you measure the success. We expect not less than 6.1% GDP growth for the first half of the year. The stock market has hit 46 highs in my 27 months in office. Revenues of the government are up, investments are up, while the cost of borrowing is down. This turnaround in the Philippines is not a miracle, and it does not require rocket science to explain. It is born of a simple truth, a stark commitment to the basics, that this government has a mandate to serve, and it is public service. That is the end-all and be-all of government. The administration we replaced spent 9.5 years mortgaging the future to pay for its transactional approach to holding on to power. No higher consideration existed other than political convenience, on the principle that everyone had their price. It didn't matter if excessive amounts of rice were imported only to rot in warehouses, while the National Food Authority's debt bloated from 12 billion pesos when the previous government took power to 177 billion pesos, which we inherited when we were handed the reins of government. It didn't matter if our people were left increasingly defenseless when it came to natural disasters or threats to national security. Billions of pesos in government funds are up to now unaccounted for in the autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao, while children languished in evacuation centers and walked along ghost roads towards ghost schools manned by ghost teachers. They shook hands with one hand while picking pockets with the other. That was the name of the game. The past 2 years, 3 months, and 17 days then have been spent on a twofold task. First, to correct that which is wrong, and this is a continuing effort to be sure. But few would disagree that the nation took a step in the right direction as it righted a glaring wrong in the judiciary. When our institutions insisted on accountability on the part of the former Chief Justice, mandated by the Constitution to declare all of his assets and liabilities, he found it justifiable to declare less than 2% of his cash assets in his SALN. Now we have a new Chief Justice, appointed for what promises to be the second longest term in our judicial history, who has the opportunity to put in place the bold and far-reaching reforms our justice system requires. Another example of righting the wrongs is building up our capabilities. When once our people were at the mercy of natural calamities, now we have proven our capacity to foresee and respond appropriately at times of disaster. Our Weather Bureau, once the butt of jokes, is now earning accolades in its trailblazing use of the internet to disseminate information. It is saving lives by getting timely and accurate forecasts to our people. Now, our Weather Bureau, Pag-asa, is living up to its name. It is finally engendering hope. Both in terms of our police and armed forces, we are giving them the tools to do their job. In national defense alone, we have spent over 28 billion pesos for the AFP modernization program since we came into office, with another 75 billion poised to be programmed over the next 5 years once the necessary legislation is passed. Contrast this with the 33 billion pesos spent for modernization in the 15 years before our term. The framework agreement on the Bangsamoro, signed just last Monday between the government and the MILF, is also a way of righting the wrongs of injustice, exclusion, and fear prevalent in Muslim Mindanao. Endemic corruption led to grinding poverty, despair, and outrage. When the system becomes unresponsive to the needs and grievances of the people, violence sneaks its way into the menu of options. We seek to dismantle the structures that made this possible. There is now a palpable air of hope surrounding the framework agreement, and we continue to build consensus so that once dissonant voices may meld into one. Righting that which is wrong naturally leads to our second task, to empower our people, so that even as we institute reform, the present achievements will not merely become a temporary blip, but rather the start of an enduring mainstream of justice and progress. That is why we are investing in our people. The most basic of all freedoms is freedom from hunger. And when their daily needs are met, then our people will be empowered to insist on good governance, to vet the actions of their leaders, and to demand performance and not promises from those they elect to serve them. They will have the tools necessary to sustain the momentum of growth. Our people provided us with the opportunity to change the status quo. It is our duty to empower them so that positive change will continue even long after I am gone. We remain committed to investing in our people through education, through healthcare, through programs that will allow them to step through the doors of opportunity that are opening one by one in this new chapter of our history. The point of the K-12 program is to keep our people competitive in an increasingly globalized milieu. The point of universal health care is to keep our people healthy so that they may continue to drive our industries forward. The point of the Pantawid Pamilya program is to enable our people so they may lift themselves up from poverty. The be-all and end-all of every one of our government's programs is the people. To enhance their opportunities, to build a national architecture that will allow them to forge tangible realities from their own aspirations, and to empower them so that their energies are unleashed and harnessed for the betterment of the nation. That, and not political survival, is at the core of government. This is our strategy for success, and I do believe that as public confidence increases, it will lead to a permanent change in our country's prospects. We have already proven that revitalizing the former sick man of Asia is not an impossible task. All it takes is to go back to basics and recognize why government exists in the first place. Thank you. Good morning.